Imagine waking up one morning, opening your phone, and instead of checking your bank account in dollars, euros, or yen, you check your balance in Ethereum. Not Bitcoin, not cash, but Ethereum, the world's new universal money. Sounds crazy? Maybe, but it's not as far-fetched as you think. Ethereum isn't just a cryptocurrency. It's the backbone of decentralized finance, smart contracts, NFTs, and Web3. It's not just digital gold like Bitcoin. Ethereum is like a programmable layer for the entire financial system. So what happens if one day governments, corporations, and everyday people start using Ethereum as the global reserve currency? First, let's talk about the obvious. Money today is broken. Inflation eats away at savings, banks control access, and international transfers are slow, expensive, and full of red tape. Ethereum fixes that. With Ethereum, money moves at the speed of the internet, 24/7 across borders, with no bank in the middle. Now imagine salaries being paid in ETH. Imagine buying a car, a house, even a coffee, all directly with Ethereum. No exchange rates, no banking hours, just instant settlement, verified by the blockchain. Ethereum could literally erase the concept of foreign money. And it doesn't stop there. Ethereum's smart contracts mean that your mortgage, your insurance, your loan, everything could be automated. No paperwork, no middlemen, just code that executes exactly as agreed. That's not just money. That's an entire new financial operating system. Of course, Ethereum as world money also means something much bigger, a shift in power. Right now, the US dollar dominates global trade, giving America massive influence. If Ethereum took over, no single country would control the world's money. The power would shift from governments to code, and to the people who run and use the network. Let's push this further. What would daily life look like if Ethereum was the world's money? Picture this. You go to work, and your company pays you instantly. Every day, directly in Ethereum. No waiting 2 weeks. No delayed wire transfers. Just ETH hitting your wallet automatically, managed by a smart contract. Taxes? They could be deducted in real time, sent directly to government wallets. Traveling abroad? Forget exchanging currency at the airport. Whether you're in Tokyo, New York, or Rio, you're paying with the same Ethereum. Your wallet is your passport to the global economy. Businesses would no longer deal with dozens of currencies and exchange rates. Everything becomes simpler, faster, and global. But here's where it gets really interesting. If Ethereum becomes the world's money, Ethereum's value explodes. Right now, ETH trades like an investment asset. But as the backbone of the world's economy, demand would be unimaginable. Think about it. Every government, every business, every person on Earth needing ETH to function. We could see Ethereum's market cap dwarf the current global financial system. 10,000 ETH? $50,000? Maybe even $100,000 per coin. And don't forget Ethereum's scarcity factor. Thanks to EIP 1559, a portion of every transaction fee is burned. That means as Ethereum adoption grows, ETH becomes more scarce. More usage, more burning, less supply. Combine that with global demand, and you have a recipe for explosive price growth. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. A world where Ethereum dominates money would raise serious questions. How do governments collect taxes when they can't print money? How do central banks control inflation when they no longer control currency? Would they fight back against Ethereum or adopt it themselves? Then there's the issue of energy and scalability. Ethereum has already moved to proof of stake, making it far more eco-friendly. But if billions of people use it daily, could the network handle the load? Ethereum 2.0 and future upgrades like sharding aim to solve this, but scaling to the level of world's money is still a massive challenge. So, if Ethereum really did become the world's money, who wins and who loses? Winners. Everyday people. Suddenly you have true financial freedom. No frozen bank accounts. No borders. Just money that works anywhere. Businesses. They save billions on transaction fees, paperwork, and currency exchange. Developers and innovators. Every app, every contract, every system built on Ethereum would have global reach. Losers. Banks. If you don't need banks to send, store, or even borrow money, their role shrinks dramatically. Governments. Especially ones that rely on printing money to fund spending. No more money printer gober. The US dollar. It would lose its place as the global reserve currency, shaking up geopolitics in ways we can barely imagine. But here's the twist. Maybe governments won't fight Ethereum. Maybe they'll adopt it. Imagine nations building their digital infrastructure directly on Ethereum, creating a unified, transparent global economy. Instead of hiding corruption in shadow banking systems, Every transaction could be visible on-chain. That level of transparency could change the entire world. Of course, this scenario isn't guaranteed. Ethereum could face competition from Bitcoin, central bank digital currencies, or even entirely new blockchains. But the possibility is real. Ethereum has already shown it's more than a coin. It's a platform, an ecosystem, a global experiment. So let's circle back to the question. What if Ethereum became the world's money? It would mean the end of borders in finance, the end of central bank dominance, the end of broken money. It would mean a future where money is not just numbers on a bank screen, but programmable, unstoppable, and owned by the people, not the powerful. Maybe that's scary. Maybe it's exciting. But one thing is certain. If Ethereum does become the world's money, it won't just change finance. It will change the very structure of society. And when that happens, the question won't be if Ethereum can rule the financial world, but whether the world is ready for Ethereum.